Hey, what's up, guys? FirehousePlay here. I'm back again with another Clash Royale video. Today, we're going to be focusing on a battle deck. It's a 4.1 deck featuring the Golem and also featuring the Poison Spell, which has been upgraded, and the Valkyrie, which, if you haven't used the Valk yet, ever since the upgrade, she is a tank. And you're going to see her in good use in this video here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump right into a replay. Both battles are up against mortar users, so this is going to be interesting. You really do have to change your strategy a little bit. Don't have much respect for these guys, so I typically taunt them if I win. It's always more satisfying because I think it just takes not a lot of skill, and they're very systematic. They don't counter well whatsoever, and you're going to see that here in both of these battles. Alright, so starting off, he comes down and he drops his Inferno Tower. So, he hasn't dropped down his mortar yet, but he soon will. Again, most building attackers, building players, that I like to call them, they're very systematic. It's basically a system. It's A, B, and C. So he puts down his Inferno first, then his cannon, then the Tesla. Now watch this Valk take out this mortar all by herself. Okay, it is awesome. That's how strong that Valk is. That Valk took down that mortar, okay, while being attacked by the tower and the Tesla all at the same time. So again, if you haven't tried the Valk, try the Valk. She is a tank and she can do a lot of damage. Same time on the left side, I've dropped down the Golem as well as my Poison Spell. One of my strategies that I found that works well against people who play with a lot of buildings is to push them. Don't sit back. Oh, look, here's a rocket. What a surprise. Playing against these types of players, you really want to push them to force them out of their comfort zone. Don't just sit back too much during the game, because if you sit back and allow them to kind of set up their system of buildings, they will beat you, or they will be very difficult to deal with. So typically when I know it's a player like this that has Teslas and Infernos and Mortars or whatever, I will try to push harder to kind of get them out of their comfort zone. And so far, I've done a pretty good job. The Poison Spell I've been using it pretty well so far. Down to 60 seconds left, and I know he's gonna do it. He's just gonna do the exact same thing again. I'm already very confident that I'm gonna be able to take down his left tower, because all he does is Inferno Tower, and then Tesla, mortar, and it's almost, you can literally predict exactly what he's gonna do. But luckily enough, because they're so predictable, you can kind of save up your troops and your elixir to counter that. Like, I knew he was going to drop a mortar there, so I was ready to go with my goblins and my Valk. So at this point, his left tower is down, and he's doing it again. He has 17 seconds left. There's no way he's going to take out a tower, but this is all this guy knows is Inferno Tower, Inferno Tower, mortar, and then he typically drops down his Tesla, and that's all he knows how to do. So I taunt him a little more. I never taunt anyone, but if it's an expo or a mortar user, I will taunt them, because I think they're just skillless, and basically all they do is they follow one pattern of gameplay, and that's it. So let's jump right into another one. This is another mortar player. It's a good game. Just sort of ignore all those emails, drop downs. If you can't tell, I play on my iPhone, so probably one of the biggest pet peeves I have is when people call me while I'm trying to play. Okay, anyway, so right away I know this guy is a building user, because the first thing he did was drop down a cannon. I was like, oh great, drop down a cannon, so I dropped down my Golem. And so now there goes the mortar really quick. Within 30 seconds, I dropped down my bomb tower to take out his mortar. And I dropped down a Poison Spell. I did not do a good job of laying down that Poison Spell. I think I could have gone him more to the right, and I could have gotten his right tower in there as well. So that was a mistake on my part. And those are things that you learn from. That's why it's important. You really want to look at your replays of the ones you win and lose, because you can get a better sense of what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. I watch replays of a lot of other players, and you really learn from them how to play well, how to counter when to drop troops, when not to. So at this point, now that I know he's a mortar player, I'm pushing hard. You know, typically I would not be dropping my golem up there as quickly as I do, but I really want to push him, kind of have him on his heels. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm doing a pretty decent job. His mortars, you know, have not touched my towers yet, which is exactly what I want. I kind of want him playing defense at all times. So it's kind of a boring way to battle, which is why most people do not like playing against these types of building decks. It's just boring. Again, right here, we're both doing the same thing. We are just building up elixir. He's, you know, he's got his inferno. There he goes with his rocket. But it's 60 seconds left, and we're just gonna go all in. I drop another golem because I really want to push him. I drop my poison spell, which I think is fantastic. And you know, again, I'm just gonna go all out, try to take out that left tower. I'm gonna watch this Valkyrie. Okay. My Valkyrie comes over and she just annihilates this Inferno. I mean, I'm telling you, that Valkyrie, she's a beast. If you haven't used her yet, use her. I mean, she's just and she's tanking a tower, a cannon, and an Inferno tower. So that's how beast she is. So here we go. I drop off a golem, and he drops off another mortar, which really shows you this guy has no clue what the hell he's doing, because a mortar is not going to target a tower if there's a golem on the map. So it really shows you these guys really don't have any skill in terms of countering and really learning how to play the game. It's just very systematic for these guys. So if you can disrupt that, they're easier to beat. Alright guys, I'm going to keep this video nice and short. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.